had a chance to hang around Terence. I don't want to be biased. I don't want to sound like I'm hating or I'm mad at anyone. So when I say certain things, I'm not taking shots at no fighter. I'm just saying, speaking from the heart.
Terence Crawford against Floyd Mayweather at 47.
Floyd Mayweather's a GOAT. Oh, absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass.
Boxing never fails to bring extra drama. Even when the punches stop, the chaos keeps going. After Crawford took down Canelo, instead of celebrating, he jumped straight into calling out Floyd, saying he basically just ran in his fights. This sport stays wild.
You feel like you could knock out Mayweather? What would be the outcome of that?
Man, listen, man. That's the GOAT. He one of the GOATs, man. Like, I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mayweather. You know, I would never compare myself to Mayweather.
Calling Floyd a runner is crazy. Like, forget track and field. Man might as well grab a Usain Bolt sponsorship at this point. And you already know how Floyd acts whenever someone else starts getting the spotlight. He instantly pops up like, hey, don't forget about me. It's the same energy as that one uncle at a wedding who keeps reminding everyone he was the family's top dancer back in the day.
You could take a guy like Canelo, this guy could do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude was nothing.
Yeah, Floyd's undefeated record is legendary, no doubt. But let's be honest, if Crawford's timing and switch hitting ever got close to that shoulder roll, it wouldn't look like some perfect defensive move anymore. It would start to fall apart. We both know how Bud fights. He doesn't just throw punches. He breaks you down like a puzzle no one else can figure out. And the funniest part? Floyd knows it too. That's exactly why he's getting so worked up.
And you know, and let me tell you one more thing, man, Max. Seriously. If I could take a prime Terence Crawford, this is how much I believe in this kid, and a prime Floyd Mayweather, with all the tools that Terence Crawford has, I will pick Terence Crawford to beat a prime Mayweather any day of the week.
And just when Floyd probably thought things were finally calming down, Max Kellerman and Tim Bradley came in and lit everything right back up. They sat there breaking down Mayweather versus Crawford like it was some high-stakes courtroom battle. And Bradley didn't just share a take. He locked it in. The man literally said, "I'm picking Crawford over prime Floyd," as casually as placing a food order.
I love Terence Crawford. I
And
disagree
he's
with that
mean,
because
Max.
I think Floyd at his best. Because I think Floyd at his best was a better defensive fighter than Crawford. Crawford's a better offensive fighter, but in those kind of matchups, I think defense usually beats the offense.
I don't, because Terence Crawford got more to bring. He got more to bring to the table.
Max tried to counter with the whole defense beats offense angle. But let's be real. Crawford isn't just offense. He's everything in one. Arguing against, that is like comparing a shield to a tank. The shield looks cool until the tank rolls straight through it. And hearing Bradley say it with that much confidence really made me pay attention. Because when a fighter with his resume tells you Crawford could crack Floyd's code, that's not something you brush off.
Mayweather got the little shoulder roll, I get it, controls distance, but Terence Crawford is also a master at distance. Terence Crawford has punching power to hurt Floyd Mayweather. We saw that in the Sam Judah fight now.
Yeah, Shane too. Shane hurt him with the right hand.
Hurt him as well.
And here's the wild part. This wasn't some clickbait take. Bradley was dead serious, like he's seen enough in Crawford's skill set to know it's not just hype, it's legit. Meanwhile, Max was holding on to Floyd's legacy like it was the last life jacket on the Titanic. And honestly, that's what makes debates like this so entertaining. You get to watch legends arguing about other legends. And we're all sitting front row for the show.
Did Floyd fight Shane in his prime? Do you think he fought him in his prime?
No.
Exactly.
And
Max,
Zab wasn't quite a Shane-level fighter. That's true. Listen, it'd be a great match. It'd be a great matchup, no doubt. What you said about the other fighters who are avoiding him, those fighters are with Heyman and the PBC. But when you listen, and obviously you're not in a rush to throw your guy in with Terence Crawford if you can make money other ways at 147 pounds.
And right when Max and Bradley had everyone bouncing between takes, Shane Mosley jumped in with a bomb of his own, saying Floyd's power at 154 felt like Canelo's. Now think about that. Floyd was never known for sending guys flying. He was known for making world-class fighters look ordinary. So if Sugar Shane is saying his punches had that kind of pop, It means Floyd's power was way more real than people ever admitted. But here's the thing, Crawford's not stepping into that matchup clueless. He knows the whole chessboard before he even throws a jab.
When I fought Floyd, his power was really good. His power was actually it was the same speed and power as Canelo when I fought Canelo 154. Floyd is, Floyd's strong and he has good power. Speed is deceptive,
Bud lives off calculated pressure. He keeps coming, testing your defense until he finds that one tiny opening. And that's exactly what makes this matchup so interesting. Floyd's shoulder roll isn't just a move. It's a whole strategy designed to frustrate you and break your rhythm. But Crawford isn't the kind of fighter who gets discouraged after a few misses. He'll switch angles, change stances, make you react to him. That's why this isn't just about boxing IQ. It's pride versus patience. One man guarding an undefeated legacy, and the other determined to prove he's the one who could have taken that zero.
But I still think Crawford, he's a type that he wants to get in there and try and knock you out. Those guys are at the same age and say whatever. If Crawford did the same thing, would that fight go the distance? That's a question we're gonna ask. Would it go the distance? Or would Crawford have stopped Floyd in that situation?
If that fight ever happened, every jab, every grin, every adjustment would feel like history happening right in front of us. Mosley's comments already had me thinking, all right, that's a solid point. But then Jim Lampley came in like the boxing professor he is and basically said, forget fantasy matchups. Focus on how the sport evolves. And he's right. Mayweather versus Crawford is a barbershop debate, not a real matchup we'll ever see. But that's exactly why it's so fun. It makes you choose. Do you trust flawless defense, or do you bet on a fighter who adapts and destroys everything in front of him?
Floyd Mayweather's an all-time great. Terence Crawford, I think, will turn out to be an all-time great. So it's a very hard fight to pick, and I think it would depend on at what moment in Mayweather's career and at what moment in Crawford's career are we talking about.
And what makes this so interesting is Lampley isn't just defending Floyd or hyping Crawford. He's showing us how fighters evolve, how confidence shifts, and how a single trainer, a single night, or one spark can change everything. Sure, we can debate Crawford's counters versus Floyd's shoulder roll all day, but Lampley's point is bigger. Boxing isn't frozen. It's not a video game with lock stats. These fighters grow and adapt, which makes imagining matchups so dangerous. Still, let's be honest. If Crawford ever landed that switch stance setup on Floyd's shoulder roll, you'd probably jump off your couch like it was a horror movie scare.
So I wouldn't want to pick that fight until I saw at what moment in their careers such a thing would take place. It's always dangerous to pick utterly hypothetical fights that are never going to take place except somewhere in your mind.
And just when Lampley had us deep in boxing philosophy, Carmel Moughton steps in and drops his verdict. Floyd's always the GOAT. No questions, no debate, just respect for the king. And yeah, you got to honor that. Floyd's precision, the 50-0 record, the shoulder roll mastery. But Crawford? He's at the throne room door, moving in like he owns the place. And he's not being gentle. Floyd's greatness is all about exactness, while Crawford's game is chaos, switching stances, breaking opponents down like a surgeon with a mission.
Yeah, for sure. Of course, nobody will ever. I feel like Floyd will always be the greatest of all time. Things have to really line up just so perfectly to be able to do what Floyd did and be all those world champions back to back. So, it's really hard to say that Floyd's not the greatest ever.
So when Moughton says Floyd's untouchable, I get it. I respect that. But at the same time, I can't help picturing Crawford lurking in the shadows, thinking, what if I crack the shoulder roll in 2025? That's the debate that keeps fans like us up at night. Imagining Bud versus the untouchable Floyd. And it's not just about skill, it's about mindset. Crawford's hunger against Floyd's legacy. You can't fake that drive. The obsession to be the one who changes history. Every punch, every feint, every jab would feel like a chess move set off with fireworks.
We've had a lot of comparisons between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather. We've even had the conversation to go as far as who would win in a fight between Terence and Floyd. And I truly don't know the answer to that question.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Yeah. Who will win that fight?
Floyd.
Floyd will win that
Yes,
fight.
sir. I love you, Terence.
Always figures it out.
Yeah, he's
a chess master.
Yeah, his IQ and
But
that
the
shit
funny
is
thing
crazy.
about it is Terence has been the only other guy that people can say he always figures it out.
Just when we thought the Floyd versus Crawford debate had us locked in, Greg Hackett drops the Canelo bomb, saying Bud's actually on another level compared to Floyd. And honestly, you can't just brush that off. Hackett explains it perfectly. It's not only about speed, slickness, or shoulder rolls. It's about timing, power, and knowing how to shut your opponent down. Canelo saw it firsthand. Crawford moved like a surgeon with a mission, catching shots, countering, and even letting Canelo think he had an opening before flipping it all around. Floyd was untouchable lightning, no doubt, but Bud made it clear Canelo could have done more, subtle, but savage.
When a guy got almost 70 fights in current time, with all those big camps he's been doing and all that, trust me, it's some wear and tear there. I'm not making excuses for Canelo. I'm just saying, I do give Bud his credit though for beating Canelo, and Canelo understands I am a better fighter today than I was back then. But that's hard to say because Floyd, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Bud took maybe 20% of what Floyd did and added that to his repertoire for this fight.
And Hackett nails it when he talks accomplishments. Crawford's now a 3-division undisputed champ, stacking belts like trophies, while Floyd's legendary aura still looms over every fight. It's like comparing fine whiskey to rare bourbon. You respect both, but they hit differently. What Hackett points out is exactly what we've all been dying to debate. But didn't just survive Canelo, he dominated him, made him think, hesitate, and adjust. Floyd had speed, smarts, and that untouchable aura. But Crawford brings power, IQ, and the guts to step in and challenge history itself. If Canelo's feeling it and Hackett breaks it down, you gotta pay attention. This isn't just talk, it's the blueprint for a debate that'll keep boxing fans fired up for years.
When Canelo fought Floyd, Canelo was in middle school. He wasn't even, you know what I'm saying? Floyd by that time was already a Harvard graduate, you know what I'm saying? With Crawford, I felt like he maybe was saying, damn, I could have, if I would have threw this, or if I would have did that. So, I don't know, man. That's a tough discussion, to be honest, but I like what Bud Crawford did last night.
After Hackett broke down Canelo's take, Eddie Hearn jumped in, sounding part proud promoter, part honest fan. He admitted he thought Canelo might pull it off, then had to eat his words watching Crawford dominate the ring. Fell for Canelo, but thrilled Crawford finally got the spotlight to prove how special he is. Eddie kept it real. Bud looked clinical, controlled the fight, and now his record finally lives up to the hype. But he also warned, this is a new Crawford era. He'll demand big money, and only certain fights will get him off the throne. And we both know when a fighter becomes undisputed in 3 divisions, he picks his moments, not the other way around.
You know, it was an amazing performance by Terence Crawford. Yeah, I'm gutted for Canelo, but I'm actually pleased that Crawford is getting the opportunity to show how great he is, because his resume hasn't really allowed that. Don't get me wrong, he's got some good wins, but he could have beaten so many more of the elite guys from his era. And now that was a big win for him. I mean, he's 38 years old. And that, to do that at that stage was very, very impressive.
Then Eddie lays out the matchmaker's dream. Crawford versus Jaron Ennis. He called it one of the best fights in American boxing, saying, "Boots is a real test, not a name to overlook." That's the kind of fight that either cements Bud as all-time great or gives us one of the most electric stories in years. Eddie's right. If you want history, the payday has to match the risk. We all want it, and honestly, I'd pay just to watch 5 rounds of that strategic chess match explode into a street fight. It's the fight that could either lift Crawford even higher or leave the entire boxing world speechless.
Terence Crawford against Jaron Ennis, for me, is the best fight in American boxing. But it needs to be a payday for Crawford that would get him interested, because Crawford knows how good Boots is. And I'm not saying that Crawford thinks he's going to lose to Boots, but he knows that is a real fight. But for me, Boots is the new Crawford.
All right, crew, let's close this out. Bottom line, Terence Crawford just changed the boxing conversation. Floyd Mayweather's legacy is untouchable, no question. But Bud showed a whole new level of timing, IQ, and adaptability. He didn't just survive Canelo. He dominated, imposed himself, and set a new standard for every matchup. Crawford versus Jiren Ennis? That's the fight that could either cement him as an all-time great or give us one of the most thrilling showdowns in years. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Could Crawford have beaten Prime Floyd? Would the Ennis fight be the ultimate test or just another step on his path? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Fighters Arena Pro for all the hottest breakdowns and debates.